much bigger threat to the men in blue. That's him! Kill the bastard with the video camera! Get him!
So, we are here in Holiday, right by my dad's house. We pulled in this Stable Up parking lot. The guy came out, the property manager, and asked us how long we'd be there. We said we were moving in this RV park behind here, that we'd be gone by like tomorrow morning. He said that's no problem. And then I see the lights pull up, headlights. I open up the window. I see this guy is A1 towing. He backs straight up and hooks right up to the van. Doesn't stop to talk to us. No one has told us to leave this parking lot. There are no signs anywhere that says we can't be here. The guy, the property man, regardless of signs, the property manager actually talked to us today and said it was no problem. So signs aren't really, that's not important. His tag number is BJ44AI in Florida tags. So we have permission from the property manager to be here until morning, as of right now. Unless if that permission has been revoked, then the property manager would tell us this permission has been revoked. But as of right now, we have permission from the property manager to be where we're at. He pulls in, he hooks up to Michelle's van. So she has to be at the market tomorrow, the marketplace in Tarpon Springs, where she's set up. This van, he just pulls in and hooks up. No notice. This is like something you'd see out of one of them like reality TV shows where they do towing. There's been no reason to hook up to this van. Now, if he'd like to tell me why he's hooked up to the van, but he starts to say it's not theft and he could just take the van off. There's been no asset forfeiture, no laws violated, no judge's ruling, and he's just jerking things off out of this parking lot after the property manager said it's no problem to be here till morning. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Go get Kyle real quick. So this phone may die. I've got the body cam going and uploading, to the server right now. And my father's on his way from his house to figure out what's going on. But this is absolutely absurd. The guy says his name's John with A1 Recovery. I called A1 Recovery today and I sent an email last night because they pulled up to Home Depot while Kyle was there. And I was at my dad's house, and they said that he had to be gone within 15 minutes or he's being towed. I went in and talked to Manager Ricky at Home Depot. Manager Ricky said he had no desire to tow us. They don't do that at all. Kyle, is this the same truck you saw?
Yeah.
This is a truck? This is it? Can you stand in front of the camera? I'm going to get your statement. So this is Kyle Cronin right here. This Kyle was in Home Depot's lot, right?
Yeah.
And this truck pulls up out of nowhere at Home Depot's lot, also in Holiday, and told Kyle that he had 15 minutes to get the truck out of there or it'd be towed. So we get the call at my father's house, and we hurry up back on scooters while it was raining that evening to get the truck out of the parking lot. And so hold on one second.
Dispatch wants us to stay separated from him.
Okay, so this guy dispatch on 911 wants to stay separate, but I was trying to make sure he doesn't pull off with your van out of nowhere.
Oh, and he's just trying to make sure he comes up there.
I'm not trying to, I'm not like, and I'm narrating on Facebook Live.
And he is also Facebook Live.
So this truck just tries to take up, USDOT number 2420553. So while we're trying to move back here in this RV park back here, it's called Holiday Travel Park, and we were working out things out with them to get the RV in there, and then the van goes to the marketplace at Tarpon Springs, which has already been leased, that space there. This guy pops up out of nowhere at Home Depot, tells Kyle that the night before last night we moved, that was last night. Was it last night? The night before last. Look at last night. When Kyle had a problem with him at Home Depot. It was last night? 2 nights ago. Then last night we were at Winn-Dixie, where one of the places my dad regularly shops.
Right across the street.
Right across the street from the RV park. We pulled out of the Home Depot and pulled over there because of this guy here.
And we're
right
and
next
then
to it.
now we're right next to it at the Save-A-Lot's parking lot, and he pulls up out of nowhere and wants to tow the van. But he's now, mind you, he just pulls up and puts this thing on the van like without any. There's no reason to do that. Like real quick too, like he's a recovery agent and like trying to repossess something. That's why he's doing it. He's all up against the tire. He's on these. You see where he's at?
Yeah.
He's not really on the van real well. But he's hooked in. That's what he's trying to do. And I don't. I mean,
It's like one of those reality TV shows.
Yeah, but reality TV shows are set up. They're not. That's not legal. They can't do that.
Yeah.
This guy's lost his fucking mind. He thinks he's on a TV show. He's about to get a TV show.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, A1 Recovery. They have 5 locations apparently up and down Pinellas County and Pasco County. Yeah, this is absurd. There was nothing authorized here. The property owner, property manager. I can't see. Said I know the owner, and the owner could be a butthead, but the manager said as long as you're gone by tomorrow, and I said that was no problem. And she's supposed to put the van into that we had to be there at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
To paint up the shop at the Tarpon Springs Marketplace. We would be putting the RV over here at Holiday Travel Plaza. We just got here on Easter.
Yeah.
So, we're getting all the logistics taken care of. We get the commercial place. We were moving from one parking lot to another, making sure nobody offends anybody, talking to the managers, talking to the property managers, making sure we're not offending anybody. But this guy shows up out of nowhere. And I think he's a douchebag. So his douchebaggery, look at his face. It's written on his
It
face.
says don't interact with him.
I'm narrating, but I'm not interacting with this guy. Absolutely not. That is intolerable. So let me get other people here. Oh, he's turning his lights on. He's blinding the camera. Yeah, he's a natural douchebag. He does it right in front of my son. So this guy's acting like this. His idea is to pull up and jerk away his mom's van and our equipment and everything.
He doesn't want us to see his face.
And he's just the one to be behind his tinted window. His name's John. He doesn't want nobody to see his face though, because his gig is to pull out of nowhere in the parking lots and try to take people's possessions with no warrant, no judge's order, and like he says, it's legal. I can't see how a property manager can tell you.
And he's not telling us.
The property manager can always give you permission to stay overnight.
Yes.
It's not up to him.
No.
So he doesn't trump the property manager. That's never going to be a case. This is crazy, man. I've never seen nothing like it. Out of Port Richey, one of the poorest areas, worst places to live in Florida. Here comes the police running code. They're running code here. Hold that 1 second. Let me make sure you see if I get another camera out here. Let me get another camera.
More cameras.
I don't know. He just came up out of nowhere. We talked to the property manager here. He came up, talked to Kyle. Kyle, come here, will you?
This is my grandpa.
No, don't put it on camera. He might not want to be on camera. This guy is the one. So remember I told you that I talked to the manager at Home Depot and manager Ricky, who said he never called the tow truck company. He told me the tow truck company he called when I was at your house. Apparently this is the guy. He's in the same truck. Guy's name's John. It's A1 Recovery. I talked to manager Ricky. He said I never called. I mean, we wouldn't have you towed from our parking lot. This time he just pulls right in here, backs up, and hooks right up the van. No forewarning, no nothing. And then it called the police. You know, we called the sheriffs. The sheriffs are on their way. Because if we called the manager says no problem till the morning. So if there's a problem, then we would just move. You know, if the manager said, I don't want you on the property, we would leave the property. But then he pulls up out of nowhere and hooks right up to the van and obviously isn't dropping the van and pulling off. That's obviously not his intention. His intention is to try to steal our van and all of our equipment. That's what he wants to do. And he has no reason to. There's nothing legal or ethical about this.
You got it on camera. Yeah,
We got it on camera. I don't know how much battery power is left on the phone, but there's definitely about
11.
11%.
Mm-hmm.
The 11% won't make it through the police call, so I need another camera during that. But yeah, this camera is not going to hold a charge. There's the sheriff's right there. So yeah, the sheriff's pulling up right now. Yeah, this is he hasn't dropped it to leave. I mean, he apparently doesn't want to. I don't know what his intentions are. No, sir, we call the sheriffs. We'll talk to the sheriff, sir. We call the sheriffs. We'll talk to the sheriffs. We're the complainant here. We are the complainant here. We're the complainants here. He's just walking up to try to talk first. If you, yes, absolutely. You're Ivy, right? Let's start on a good path here. Well, he's trying to take control of the situation. He's wrong here. So we're moving down here. My dad lives here. He's been here for a long, long time. Yeah, long time. So we were finding a place to live. She got a place in the marketplace at Tarpon Springs for her jewelry booth. Dropped the kiosk there. The van tows her kiosk. Van goes at 8 o'clock in the morning to the jewelry booth, which she's paying lease for. We were looking for a place to have an RV park. We found Holiday Park right here. They were closed. They said, come back in the morning, we can fill out paperwork and move in there. Okay, so we talked to the manager, come over here. He said, I saw y'all win Dixie last night. I was like, yeah, we were trying to find a place. We started in Dixie. Now we moved over here because I didn't want to disturb anybody. We're trying to make sure we don't stay in one place long enough to aggravate anybody while we're trying to find a place. But this guy, Kyle, he's our apprentice. He's working on, we do jewelry. He's learning jewelry from us. He called me. I was at my dad's house, and he called me the night before last. He was like, and he says that some tow truck at Home Depot pulled in and said that if you didn't move the truck within 15 minutes, it was getting towed. Okay, I didn't believe that because I was like, that's weird. So I go to Home Depot and talk to manager Ricky. That was the manager good, nice old black man. He was a very nice guy. Okay, so Ricky said, no, I never called any tow truck company. He's like, I wouldn't have done that unless you were here for a couple of nights, causing problems or something like that. Like, I wouldn't call them. So I talk to Kyle. I'm like, well, what was the color of the truck? He said, I think it was white. And he's shining a spotlight on me, so I didn't know exactly who it was. So then tonight,
ADHD.
ADHD.
We pulled over here, and it was right before dinner, and we pulled over, and the property manager came over. He was an older guy, and he said, well, how long are you going to be here? And we told him until morning, and he said, all right, that's fine, as long as you don't leave me a mess and you head out tomorrow. You know his name? Did you get his name?
I mean, I didn't ask because he came to us. He's just a property manager. I know he's the owner's kind of a butt. He said, but I mean, he walked from Save a Lot. I guess he was manager of Save a Lot apparently or something.
He got a really droopy face.
He said as long as we.
And he had longer gray hair. Longer gray hair, if you know that guy.
Okay.
Skinnier guy. His stature wasn't that big and built. I mean, he had longer gray hair and it looked kind of scruffy, but nice guy. I mean. He said he's a property manager, and asked us how long we'd be here. I said till the morning, and if that's what, I was obviously looking for permission at that point. He's there talking to us, and he said that's fine. And then this guy showed up out of nowhere, but there's no reason to believe he would tow anything or why he would tow anything. And what is he doing, Keepa? Oh, okay. So yeah, because at this point in time, if there's a property owner trying to assert their property rights and say, hey, we don't want you on property, that's one thing. That makes a lot of sense. But none of that's happened. And this guy seems to be rogue. So I called the sheriff's office the night of the Home Depot incident. I talked to the sheriff's office. They said they don't know who it was. I tried to call A1 Recovery. Their phone went straight to a voicemail that was full. I called them, all 5 branches, they all have the same phone number, trying to figure out who was doing this. This is the guy who's doing it. So I don't know if this is retaliatory ever, because I'm an auditor is what I do. I'm a data analyst. I'm not like a police auditor. I'm a data analyst. I'm an auditor, like I have a job. So, I gotta say they don't have jobs. They have jobs too, but I'm a data analyst. I'm trying to separate myself from a different type of auditing. Okay, so the idea was, I said, well, I'll find this guy and find out why and call and report him to his boss. So I sent an email to his boss yesterday, and it said that, hello, this is not how you do recovery, unless you're doing recovery, or if you're doing seizure.
Early to be.
Yeah, this is not right. He should not be acting like that.
He told me to get out of Home Depot before Home Depot even closed.
Yeah, it wasn't even closed. And so that's how I was able to come back and talk to manager Ricky. I rode a scooter in the rain because it rained a little bit night before last. From my dad's house, which is Forest Ridge, I rode in the rain over there, and my son, because we both like hurried up to get back over, make sure that our home wasn't towed. That's where we're moving. Until we get a house here, that's where we have to live at. And this is how we make our money to pay the bills to live there. I mean, that's our metallurgy, our jewelry making equipment's in the back of the van. It goes to her marketplace that she just rented over here at the Tarpon Springs. And if somebody doesn't want us on a property, no problem, we move. But we haven't heard anything like that. We heard the opposite.
Yeah. And I think these guys are one of those that had been reported repeatedly in Ybor City several years ago. They were doing the same thing.
Oh, so this
Yeah, that's not the way to do it.
It appears to be very similar to a regular scam that tow companies do.
I've seen it on like reality TV shows in Miami and
But
stuff
this
like
is
that.
too far.
It
Yeah.
used to be on the local news.
Oh, okay.
In Ybor City, they would just tow cars, even if they weren't illegally parked.
Yeah, this is not illegally parked. It's on private property. But
That we got consent to.
yeah, we have consent from the property manager. Now, if there's a dispute whether that's the property manager or not, I can't confirm that. You know what I mean? If somebody says they're the property manager,
If it's not, then you should be told, no, you can't stay.
sure,
You need to move.
Sure.
If not, I'm taking your vehicle.
and out of nowhere, you know, that's not how that works.
Like a thief.
Like a thief in the night.
If you're going in there in the morning, you
Felipe, I can't type right now, but they're here, I guess, because we were parked over here. So this is a private lot. It's got a Save-A-Lot and a Napa. And while we were waiting for a spot to open up down at Holiday Park and us get in there, we moved from the Home Depot right down there to the Winn-Dixie the next night and then over to here. I mean, we got here on Easter, and it's been Easter with my dad. And so I guess this guy, I guess he's a towing company, a local towing company, and he looks like he steals cars. That's how it's coming across to me. Like, he backed in and put it on the T-bar, crossbar, whatever they call it. And I came out and I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he just kept on moving the crossbar up to get it up in the air. And I was like, there's no reason to tow this. Why are you towing this? And he said, "Well, you want to let me explain or not?" I was like, "There's nothing to explain. You can't tow a vehicle without reason." And I just called the sheriffs immediately, grabbed the body cam. Well, as soon as the body cam was on him, he didn't talk to me no more. He went straight into his truck, rolled up the windows, and
Now, this looks like Grand Theft Auto.
it looks like Grand Theft Auto to me. It looks like they're trying to steal her vehicle.
Trying to illegally impound it,
Right.
and then there'd be a big
But
fee.
deprivation of property is theft. The fee is irrelevant because deprivation of property is
But
theft.
if you're not allowed to stay here, you still have the option, especially since it's just overnight,
Right.
to use my driveway.
I don't. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean,
And if you block the sidewalk overnight, that's no big deal.
right.
It's late enough; people shouldn't be walking.
Right. I mean, we're not being a pain in the community's butt. Nobody seems to have a problem with us. That we have not had any negative discussions with anybody.
Nuisance.
No.
You were quieted down,
Yeah, we did not.
and this piece of shit just snuck up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the headlights in my window. I opened up, and why is there headlights that come into my window? And then, maybe his reverse lights. I guess now I noticed he has, and he was like you seen her.
He didn't have his lights.
Yeah.
He didn't have his lights on, so they're covering the
What
dust.
does this black truck over here have to do with it?
He pulled up right beside his black truck. Let me get this black truck. I'm gonna walk over here.
Stay put away from the top.
Well, then get it. Look, I'm gonna hold this. You keep the thing on the cots. I'll be right back. So there's a black truck here that got called. He pulled up with it.
My experience with the police, the less we look like a nomadic tribe, the better off we are. They treat upstanding citizens as they recognize them better. I have just gotten into bed.
Yeah, I was already passed out. I woke it up.
Yeah, I was laying in bed reading. That's when I saw the lights for the tow truck.
This isn't near as bad as what I changed my life to get away from, but it's kind of similar. 3 years ago, I got calls in the middle of the night, not at 10 something. This is early. I get calls at 3 o'clock in the morning. Can you get me so they don't throw me in jail?
Well, they're just trying to put my van in.
Get back on this. So I just went and got the plate of this black truck over here. I put it on the body cam. This guy pulled up and blocked me in with this guy over here. I think he might be the boss man. He's got a Army plate on the back that says BRB. I can't remember the exact plate number. No plate on the front, and go figure he's got a We the People Constitution, Bill of Rights, while he's trying to do asset forfeiture and seizures, violating the Fourth Amendment as quick as he can in covertness. This guy has the audacity to have a Constitution on his bumper.
Douchebag.
Not only douchebag, don't say that. Matter of fact, that's too close to a cuss word. I don't like it.
That sort of attitude is going to make the police, the guys in the pretty new trucks,
right,
are in the right, and the people that
right.
control themselves.
Well, I mean, you can't steal people. There's so many court decisions on this. You can't do. Going back to the railroad company.
There's lots of precedents.
Yeah, this is not
Like I said,
new.
This was a thing that was reported a few years ago when Ybor City was more of a party town in the
Yeah.
80s, where trucks would just drag cars off and, oh, you want to get them back? It's $1,500.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, it's not legal. It's not ethical. It's not legal. There's no moral righteousness here.
Oh, this looks like birds of prey.
Yeah.
They drive around looking for opportunities.
And this is the one. I don't know if the camera, the live stream got it, but I had after the incident in the Home Depot's parking lot when they told Kyle to move the truck in 15 minutes with a tow in it, and then I left my dad's house to go over and talk to the manager of Home Depot. After that, I sent in a complaint via email yesterday on this particular guy for that event. This battery's at 5% now, so if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. Maybe Michelle can pick up with her phone. I don't know. But if they're gonna let them tow it, I don't think they would. I still want to get my equipment out of the back because that's where the value's at. So, all right, I got 5%. So let's see what we can do.
The city gave you guys the permission to stay here tonight.
Oh, okay. So you guys took care of it. Thank you for. I'm glad he was honest too. I was a little worried about that. And you're Pete Keppa, right? I want to say it right.
So he said you guys got one night.
Yeah. We knew that. Yeah.
That's literally tonight.
They're
Yeah.
already moving into
I got you. So
Yeah.
RV park right over here, but they weren't going to be able to accommodate until the morning.
I got you.
So they have to spend the
So
night.
keep in mind, right? Most parking lots, they're all private property, right? They're
Sure.
owned by
That's why
Oh,
he
100%.
forced the management to get permission beforehand.
So
Yeah. I understand what you're getting
it's
at.
kind of a
Private property
situation
rights.
for you guys,
He's
right?
being
And
rogue,
well,
man. There's
what
no
I'm saying
way
is-
that's the way it's done.
So typically the managers, they reach out to
Sure.
to the wrecking company.
But Home
So
Depot
he-
didn't, and this one didn't either. So he's just
They
running
should've.
around. But yeah, because they weren't offended by it. Go ahead.
It's private property.
I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna.
As a property manager, you're not on your property every single night, every single day, right? You have a
I understand.
contract.
I own
with the towing
property. I get how it works.
company, right? So when you have a plaza this big, you have a contract with the towing company. So if the towing company doesn't get the phone call from the property manager, if the vehicles are pretty much not meeting criteria, they get towed.
Is there a sign that has a contract with us? Because there has to be notice and
Yeah,
everything.
there is on every entrance.
Of this property right here. It's coming from the Winn-Dixie parking lot.
Every entrance.
I didn't see anything coming from the Winn-Dixie parking
I
lot.
checked, but
Yeah.
but we did get the
But
permission.
we're good because we got permission. I will talk more about his company about this. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for doing your due diligence.
This is how said tonight.
Yeah.
But after tonight,
Sure.
he said after tonight, he's like they're back to.
I understand.
Yeah.
And this is B Ivy, right? And you got a personnel number, FDLE number?
6797.
I'm sorry, I talked over you.
6797.
6797. And yours is?
6842.
6842. Thank you so much. God bless y'all. Y'all stay frosty out there. All right, this is situations averted. That was very sketchy. I appreciate y'all for watching and being with me in a sketchy situation. God bless y'all. I love y'all so much. Have a grateful night.